Hey, have you ever bought a home as a military family? Today we are talking about things that I wish I had known before buying a home as a military family. I know it can seem really scary when you know that you're going to have to move again at some point in the somewhat near future. But in this episode, we are going to debunk some of those common fears. Stay tuned for a very quick dose of knowledge. Fear number one. Oh no, we have orders to PCS, but we just bought our house 2 years ago. What are we gonna do with it? Well, if you can't sell it, you're gonna rent it out. This is probably one of the biggest reasons that some military families don't buy homes. And truthfully, a military town is one of the best places that you can buy because down the road, guess what? Military housing is notorious for being full, and so someone is gonna want or need to rent your home. Renting your home out can seem really intimidating, but in all honesty, I have always come out on top when renting my own homes. So that extra money is a really wonderful way to build your maintenance savings, but I'm gonna go into this in more depth in a future episode. Secondly, think of the future. Many times as a military family, we get involved in this duty station for 3 years mentality, when in reality, we have no idea how long we're going to be there. I was at Fort Hood with my husband for 5 of his 8 years there. We moved several times because we failed to plan for the future and thinking and trusting the Army that we would move again before we need to plan for XYZ. Plan for your family to grow a little, plan for needing a backyard for the kids or dogs, plan to rent your house out in the future and how it might work for other families as a rental. Think longer than 3 years when buying your home. Chances are it's not a forever home, but treat it as the big decision that it is. You may own this home for 3 years, or you may own it for the duration of a mortgage. You really won't know until you know. All right, third thing, you don't need thousands of dollars in your pocket to buy a home as a military family. You know when you rent a home and they need your first month's rent, your deposit, your pet fees. Well, did you know that with your VA loan benefits, you can pay about that same amount up front to buy a house? This isn't the case everywhere or in every market, but you certainly do not need 20% down like you would with a conventional loan. Talk to a local lender who is very educated in VA loans before making any assumptions about what you can afford. Oh, and most mortgage calculators don't cover everything, so please just talk to a lender. All right, thing number 4. This is a big one. The fourth thing I wish I had known, not all home inspectors are created equally. This is a big one for me because inspectors are not always required to hold a license. In fact, in the US, 14 states do not require inspectors to be licensed. Georgia is one of those states. So with moving as much as we do, these rules may be hard for you to keep up with. Always ask your agent for a list of recommended home inspectors and call to ask them about their procedures. I plan to talk more on the questions to ask and look for in a home inspector in a future episode, but in the meantime, if you have any questions on this topic, please feel free to reach out. Okay, tip number 5. The final item that I wish I had known more about was numbers. Honestly, how to figure out how much I could afford and what all the mortgage included. I feel like there's this huge misunderstanding around mortgages and what is often included in that monthly number, or how to ever even get to an accurate number. The simplest thing you can do is talk to your lender and an insurance agent. Your lender will be able to give you numbers for taxes, the finance portion of your home, and any fees associated with your financing. VA loans do have fees. Your insurance agent will also be able to give you a price for or a rough estimate for your annual insurance bill. Typically, your mortgage includes all of these together. Everyone's financial situation is different, but knowing this number or at least a rough estimate of this number is very, very helpful when you're planning a big move where you're going to have a new budget. I hope that you found today's chat helpful. We've talked a good bit about buying, so coming up next on Military Moves with Sierra, I will dive into selling your home with the complexities involved of kids, pets, and a military life. Stay tuned for more on how to keep their schedule, your schedule, and the home selling process aligned seamlessly. Thanks again for watching. I know that this is a delicate and probably stressful time in your life if you're watching this, so please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. I'm more than happy to assist. Bye.